So my central locking pump has been broken for, well, since I bought the car almost 3 years ago. So I think it's time to fix this now. So I got this central locking pump from eBay, which was tested, supposedly working fine. And as you can see, I already diagnosed this, and I was trying to take it out and, well, at least see what was wrong with it. So it seems like the actual pump was the thing that was broken. So in this case, I needed to replace it because it was much more complicated just to get the pump. So in this case, I just got one off eBay. I was just replacing it. As you can see here, I just take this cover off, and for easy access, I decided to remove the tail light, which was, I mean, you can get more control, and you'll see eventually, almost at the end of the video, when I start taking everything inside, you'll see that why I took it out. But in this case, it's not so obvious why I took it out. So use a flat screwdriver to remove this plug in the end, and the other two are just like very easy to remove. So just take them out, and in this case, I'm just replacing it with a new one. You plug it back in, and we'll test it out. Which you realize, or you'll see that it's not gonna work. You need to add a little bit of programming using BCDS, or in my case using OBD11. So just plug in the vacuum lines, or whatever they're called. And you'll see in a second that it's not working. Clicking buttons, nothing's happening. So let's plug in OBD11. Sorry for the shaky hands. That will be something that you'll keep seeing in the video, so don't worry about that. Let's plug it in. Turn the key to the on, ignition, whatever. So just turn it a little bit without turning the car on, and connect to your phone. In this case, OBD11, connect. You'll see like how everything's being pressed on here. So just make sure that you're connected to your car. Go into the car and to control units. Scroll down until you find like central locking option, and open this one. Then coding, sorry, and then you'll see that here 00000. The most common one is 13130, so just type in that, and you'll see in this case that there's going to be an error. It won't want to code it. I tried like several times, Google everything and check different things, and nothing happened. So in this case, I'll just like replace the board and just keep the actual pump, which supposedly is working. So in this case, you just open it. In my case, I use a flat screwdriver and like start prying around the cover, and you take it out. And basically this part is like the board is basically loose, so you just push one of the plugs from the side, and you'll see that it'll come out very easy. And so now it's time to disconnect the cables. Luckily I have this Dremel ironing whatever, which uses gas, which in this case is a little bit complicated because in my garage I don't have any place to plug anything in but one of the corners, which is like kind of inconvenient. So just turning on, wait for it to heat it up, and remove the connections from the old one. It's very straightforward, just like heat it up and take it out. Again, sorry for the shaky hands. This is very common on me. Yeah, I should probably get that checked in, but it's not time right now. So the plugs are out. Make sure you turn off your iron or whatever. Take the old card, and let's pry open the new, well, the tested one, the one that is supposedly working. So same process, just go around the cover, remove it, and let's remove the old board the same way that we did with the other one. So, and now I know how to to grab the cable, so it's much easier right now. Let's clean it up, make sure that there's no like connections in between one connection and the other. Align the cables and just weld it back in. Let's speed it up a little bit after this one, just so it's a little bit faster. But you know the drill. The most complicated part about this, in my case, it was just aligning everything. Like I don't have enough hands and enough tools to work with this. But yeah, at least I had the welder or the iron or whatever. Yeah, you'll see me here struggling a little bit with the connection. I just put like a little bit of pressure, make sure that one of the connections is welded, and then add a little bit more weld to them. Make sure none of them are connecting it between each other. And yep, you can see here, not so clean. I wish it was cleaner, but yeah, it's good enough. It'll work, I hope. So let's build everything back up. Add the cover, and let's go back into the car. Now back in the car, let's just plug it back in, like whatever. Yeah, I probably should have disconnected the battery, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't. So luckily everything was working fine. You'll see in a minute. Well, less than a minute. Plug the vacuum lines. And you'll see it working. It's kind of loud right now. You'll see, like, I mean, you heard it before, like it was way louder. When it was way louder, it meant like it was really not working. And right now you can hear it making pressure and like locking everything up. And well, it's working. So we can put everything back in. In this case, you'll see like I added this foam that came with it. I tried to build it and then put it inside, but yeah, it was way too complicated. So I just decided to take it apart and make sure that the vacuum pump was in its correct place, and then build it inside the compartment. So that's why I took the tail light out. You'll see that it's way easier to work like that. And yeah, just add one zip tie around it so that nothing's moving and it won't separate while you're driving. This will just make sure that the noise is way lower, and it doesn't create a lot of noise and vibrations while you're driving. So yeah, that's it. So you put the tail light back on. Make sure that you tighten all the 4 bolts that go, well, not bolts, nuts that go, that's what she said, on the back. And yeah, pretty straightforward. So just putting some stuff back in, and the plate back, or the cover from the back, and that's it. If you hear closely, you'll hear locking in and out. So there, and the boot is closed now. Finally, it's working, and also the doors. So thank you for watching. I hope it's helpful. Bye.